and going to see about getting into proper placement, seeing exactly what is to become of the day and its dealings for today. Definitely plan to do a workout session, so I will definitely post that. And yes, again, still for my budding channel, I'm willing to accept any questions. All questions will be answered and posted in an upcoming video. I'm a new YouTuber, so I'm sure you guys would like to find out more about myself and just exactly where I think the direction of this channel would go, especially for the 2021 new year in the midst of confusion and things transitioning. So yes, I'm willing to post the journey of everything having to do with me and my regular day-to-day lifestyle, what I'm doing to transition into my next phase of life, and also just pretty much my regular old lifestyle and some things that you might be into officially. So definitely stay tuned. Thank you so much for logging back in with me today. Bye. Next segment. Thank you. Other initial meeting. Yeah, I think that would be a preferred transition. So I'm just glad that I'm posting this, because honestly, before I would not even document or like take pictographs or anything until like Instagram days. So I'm just glad I'm documenting all the necessary like transitions in life. And I think that would be an appropriate or more appropriate setting for me during this phase. It's just that I felt a little bit more of like the promising direction, or like a more cultivated direction that was way more comfortable. It wasn't extremely structured. It just showed more of a promise for this phase, if I could just describe it quickly or more appropriately. I don't know, but yeah, it just felt a little bit more of an easier, promising transition, just something that was a little bit more comfortable, but it just showed a little bit more of a structure, where I definitely have to cultivate something way more directly based on where I'm at right now. Of course, everything is just pretty much setting back a few years, but the way that I am as a forward thinker, Aquarius, yeah, always, I kind of just seen that was just more of a appropriate setting. Of course, the theme for me for like the last, I want to say, year and a half would be proper placement. So that's a concurrent theme. There I felt like, okay, I could say, all right, this is a new breath of promise. So I think that would just comply with that, or fulfill that particular part of what I wish to really just be set in for this year, promising settings and putting myself within the proper placement, exactly where I'm supposed to be, exactly, you know, with a more cultivated set of things that I am to accomplish, you know, and just finding ways to just like fill in those blanks appropriately, where it's like no hindrances, no drawbacks, and no external, you know, pretty much shotbacks for me. Where I'm pretty much in mind is just proper placement. Of course, the settings, the internals, always been like a self-assessment kind of thing for me since middle school. You know, it's like if you don't come out of like high school with a good set of, you know, self-assessment principles and skills, you would pretty much be sunk in with the external. So make sure the internal's always in check. So whatever external is happening around you, you pretty much have an outer body, and you can visualize it and see things and categorize things, you know, in the most appropriate boxes for what it is, and keep that internal set. So for me, it's like proper placement was the setting where I'm just reaching a little bit more outside of myself, and like, okay, well, the external is pretty much going to match up a little bit more with the promise, or a new promise for where we at right now externally. So just a little bit more to where my reach would be a little bit more in mind, or the vision would just be, I'm gonna say, I can feel the vision in reach a little bit more, despite, you know, the prior plans and external and the panorama, since I can't use that word on YouTube or in stuff on public platforms. But yes, something where, you know, you pretty much switch moods, switch gears, but still remain futuristic. So proper placement is a thing for me. I'm holding tight to it, documenting or being more consistent now with this thing. You know, YouTube. And the next thing that I do every January, February is pretty much promote small local business. So actually utilizing this platform to do so is pretty much where I am instilling purpose. Again, I find different ways to do so. So I'm always like purpose driven. That's this, utilizing this platform to do so is something that I had in mind to do, but now that I'm actually doing, you know, YouTube, and it's a brand new budding channel. I have but like, I didn't even check the thing account, but less than 100 folks on here. So I want to be able to look back at this channel and say, okay, well, it was purpose driven. The direction to where I wanted it to go is exactly where it is going, or have went. And it's splintering off into more purpose-driven avenues to where I see myself comfortably based in. So that's definitely one thing. But do also send in your questions. I have a workout session that I'm going to do. So wellness, oneness, wholeness, wellness. It's a theme, concurrent theme. Maintain your wellness, even in your oneness, and, you know, in your wholeness. Just remain whole. So by, you know, all these other holistic and therapeutic methods that I've already been based in since like college days, you know, decades past. Yeah, right now I'm sticking a little bit more consistent to it, especially with the panorama. So one way that I definitely see people actually, you know, utilizing their time wisely and pretty much respectfully to themselves and not in a harmful nature or harmful ways, is by just like simply working out. So I'm going to be on my Zoom meeting today, and that has been one of the ways where I've been, you know, pretty much sticking to it and being consistent. Lisa Grippo, support local business. We'll be posting the link in the description. She has Zoom meetings, and for anyone that's in the local area, she also has the physical training boot camps. Yeah, I stick to my Zoom meetings, and I, see exactly, where I should be. Assessing my progress physically. I would be posting the progress. I still been eating whatever the hell I want. But I've been listening a little bit more to my body. Like, as I said last time, it was just tomatoes. You know that vitamin A, D, and E. That's what my body's been saying. Like, you're able to hear exactly what is required vitamin-wise from just working out, like simple things like that, just putting something within the rotation to where you can, decipher or be a little bit more quicker in being ahead of exactly what what you're like requiring at this stage. Like, you can listen a little bit more clearer instead of just being all, outside of yourself. You kind of fine-tune that connection. So that's one of the ways. Might be something you're into officially. So I'm going to post the link in the description box. Next segment. Thank you so much for checking in. Yeah. So as you can see, sweat-tastic. Sweat definitely just owned the day. Operation Sweat in full effect. Yeah. That was a good workout. I feel like I need to stay still for a little bit moment for my body to actually catch up with me. Let the muscle tension subside. Let me just get back into my body. Starting with mind. Lord. All kind of sweat and stuff was going into my eyes, and still even now. I don't know if I'll be attending tomorrow's session, but there is a Zoom session for tomorrow. So if you do wish to partake and just boost your wellness a little bit with a little bit of working out, there's a slight variation in the schedule from week to week, but it does pretty well. There's some kind of workout and at least like 3 Zoom workouts per week during each weekday. So choose the time that works best for you, something that you might be into officially. Bye, guys. Have a good day and have a pleasant week.